I remember a couple people that I knew my freshman year of college, and they knew right from the beginning of college what they wanted to major in, and they kept that focus the entire 4 years of college, and then got out and went into jobs in that field that they had studied. And for them, their path was clearly laid out. There was no question, it seemed, as to what it is that they wanted to do. And then other people like myself, I tried all different fields. I changed my major a bunch of different times. I got out of college, and then I still continued to try this on, try that on, went back to school a couple times, and I kept searching and kept searching. And I wanted to make this video on how to find your purpose, because for some people, in fact, a lot of people, knowing what your purpose is not clear-cut. For those where it is clear, that's awesome, that's great. You have a clear sense of purpose of what you came here to do and what you want to do with your life, and you go for that. But for others, it's this meandering, wandering road with many detours and perhaps some falls and starts and stops, and it's not clear at all. So if that describes your path like it is for mine, just know that, for one, that's certainly very, very common. I hear people all the time say to me, I just don't know what I want to do with my life. And I'll say, what are you good at? What do you enjoy? And they're like, well, I don't know. And they may list a couple of things. But there, I think, is often this conflict or this belief that I cannot be successful or make a living at doing what I love. Now, I have tried, working for other people. Certainly, I've had regular jobs, like an 8-to-5 job. I've had office jobs, retail jobs. I've been a director. I've done many different things, and now I have finally found what I love to do, and that is being an entrepreneur. And I wear several different hats. And when you are trying to get your purpose going and to keep you afloat 100% of the time, you often need to get a bridge job or a couple of bridge jobs so that you know that you have all your bases covered every month to pay your expenses and to keep you afloat. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's a good thing to do that. But if you're struggling to find what that purpose is, you got to start, as it was with me. I remember I had to just start with, I was working with a business coach, and I said, I don't know what I want to do, but I feel driven to do something. And I just started writing blog posts. I just started writing, and I would write and write and write. And then I started working on, how do I monetize that? How do I turn that into something profitable? And as I went along, I started to define who my target audience was, what I wanted to offer as a service or as a product. And it started to develop from there, and it's still growing and still developing. So sometimes the process of us finding out begins with saying, hey, I don't know, but I just know that I need to go in this general direction. I know I need to follow this hunch. I know that I have a desire to do this. I don't know how it's going to make me money yet, but I need to start to try to do that thing and just go in that direction and see how the details unfold, how the inspiration comes, and where I feel led to go with it. And it's okay if you don't have all those details figured out. It will come. It will come as you try different things and as you develop and grow and get out into the world with whatever you're passionate about. The other thing I have found is that what most, if I look at myself and other people that I know, the things that they naturally did easily, maybe they were naturally someone who liked to put things together or take things apart to see how they work, or maybe you naturally like to write, or you're naturally good at languages, learning languages, or you're naturally good at computers and programming, things like that. Oftentimes those things are present early on in life, even as a child, or they grow in high school and then later, and that's often what people go into. It's identify what your strengths are instead of playing to your weaknesses or feeling like I have to be what someone else wants me to be, even though that's not my innate talent or skill. Try to look at what your strengths are. Play to your strengths. Enhance, develop, and show off, showcase rather, those strengths, and let that guide you instead of perhaps doing what someone else is expecting you to do, or what you think they expect you to do, or what your culture or society is expecting you to do, because we often have all these expectations that others are putting on us, and we think, I have to be like this, or I have to go into this or this field because that's what I should do. And so if you want to make your living by what you're passionate about and what just makes you so excited to get up in the morning, I say go for it and find a way, be creative, and let those creative juices and inspiration run wild. What I will also say, as I can speak from experience, it may not be easy, but if you're passionate about it and you love it, then you can make it happen. I have to say, what I'm doing right now is, goodness, not the easiest path. It would be so much easier to go work for someone for 8 hours, 5 days a week, but I know that that's not for me right now. And, oops, little bee. But if you want to go for that passion, expect to give it your all, expect there to, sometimes it's not going to go smoothly, and but if you love doing it, that's what will sustain you through those rough and rocky times, and especially as you're first getting started. So to get to your purpose, know yourself, look at yourself very honestly and objectively. Look at yourself very clearly. What do you like? What makes you happy? What makes you feel like you could do this thing for hours and time will just go by and you lose track of everything because you're so involved in what you're doing? That's a good indicator that you're doing something that brings you joy, that you could do and perhaps turn that into a way to make a living. So we all have a different gift that we bring, and we all have something unique to share with this world, and what you have is worth putting out there. You may not be someone who wants to be a doctor or an engineer or a computer programmer. Maybe what you have to bring is something that isn't quite so flashy and showy. But that doesn't mean it should stay hidden and kept within you. Let it out. And don't put it down. Don't minimize it. So for some of us who don't fit that mold of having these big degrees, or maybe a profession that's well respected, but that people would have a big response or big reaction to, a very favorable reaction to, that's okay, because you're going to bring something that the world needs and others need. So, okay, I hope that helps. Keep searching, keep moving forward, and keep kind of digging and looking, because your answers are there. Their answers are kind of, they'll show up in little places. They'll give you little clues about what you are here to do. We all have a purpose, and we all have something wonderful to offer this world. Okay, I hope that helps, and thank you always so much for watching my videos, and I hope you will like and share this on social media. Please subscribe if you feel moved to subscribe. Thank you so much, everyone. I'll catch you next time.